Hey prepping community, weekend's almost upon us, so this might be a good time to maybe check on some of your supplies and just do a quick run through of everything that you have. Let's talk about food first off. Now might be a good time to go through and just check everything that you've got stashed away. Check all your canned goods, rotate what you need to rotate, check the outside of the cans, make sure nothing's damaged, nothing's leaking. And when you're rotating, don't forget to rotate out of your bug out bags or any different storage locations that you might have just put something away and maybe have forgot about actually. Double check everything and make sure everything's in a good usable state. Now don't forget about your water. While you're looking at your food, also look at your water, because water doesn't last forever either. You want to make sure that you've got good drinking water stored away. And how about your fuel storage? It's probably a good idea to rotate your stabilized fuel that you've got set aside as well. Now might be a good time to go ahead and consume that fuel in your vehicles and then just replace it. And of course, it's always good to use a good fuel stabilizer if you're going to be setting that back for long-term storage. But don't forget to rotate it. You want to keep that fuel fresh. While you're checking things, don't forget to check out your gear. A lot of times we'll have our gear and we'll pack it away and we don't really pay that much attention to it. And then when we go to dig it out, that when we need it, we might find that maybe a mouse has gotten into it or maybe it's got some moisture damage. So now might be a good time to pull out your gear, just give it a good quick look, make sure everything's still in good shape. And also when we're talking about checking out your gear, let's don't forget about doing some preventative maintenance on our generators and anything else mechanical that we might have. Pull those out right now, give those generators a start, make sure the oil level's still good in them, lubricate everything that you need to be lubricated, all right? Don't forget about your firearms. Now might be a good time to just pull everything out of the gun safe, give it a quick oil, make sure it's all in a good condition. You don't want to have a firearm failure during a shit hit the fan event. So just take a few minutes and make sure that everything is well lubricated and in a good condition. And of course, as always, please make sure that those firearms are not loaded. I know I don't have to tell you that, but I do want to tell you that. Hey, while you're also checking out your firearms, don't forget about your ammunition storage. Pull it out, make sure it's still dry, make sure it's clean, make sure that some varmint hadn't got into that or some moisture hasn't got to it. Now's a good time to check your ammunition while you're cleaning out your firearms. And let's talk about your skills. Have you gotten rusty on some of your skills? Now might be a good time to just review what you know, or at least what you think you know. You can do this by practice. Practice your skills. Practice your first aid skills. Practice your bug out skills. Practice your fire building skills. Can you still put up that tent like you thought you could? Practice the skills that you have. Be prepared by doing this. And also while you're at it, maybe try to learn something new. Like I said, folks, the weekend's almost here. Now might be a good time for these reminders to just kind of go back over your stuff. You guys keep prepping.